This is an alstroemeria. It's a lily variety flower, and it's a monocot. We're going to dissect this flower and show you how we know that it's a monocot. So the first thing we look at is the leaf. In a monocot, the leaves are going to have lines that run up and down. They're parallel to each other. So we can tell this is a lily variety monocot because of the parallel lines. Monocots also have petals that are in 3s or 5s. So first we have to remove the outside protective petal-like structures called sepals in order for us to count the leaves. This is a sepal. This is a sepal. And this is a sepal. It protects the budding flower until it grows and matures. Now we have the leaves that are left, and we can count them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry, they're petals. They're not leaves, aren't they? So we have petals, 3 petals left. We can tell they're petals because they have some nice pretty patterns that are landing patterns for insects to invite them to come to the middle of the flower to assist with reproduction. When we remove the petals and we count again, make sure there's 3, 1, 2, 3, so we know that it's a monocot, then we can see the male and female parts of the flower. This is the male part of the flower, looks like a Q-tip. This is called the stamen. The stamen has 2 parts. The end of it that looks like the soft part of a Q-tip is called the anther, and the little handle is called the filament. The handle attaches it to the flower. Pollen would be on the anther, and then an insect could land on the anther and knock the pollen into the middle of the flower to make more flowers, to make seeds for the plant. So now we're going to take off those stamen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one in the middle isn't damaged. It's the female part of the plant that all together we call it the pistil. So sometimes the flowers get damaged and the little end of it comes off, but it looks different. There's no opening or split in the stamen. On the female part of the plant, there's an opening or a split that you can just barely see if you look really closely, and maybe later you can look in the microscope and see it a little better. So this is called the pistil. At the top you have the stigma, the style, and then down inside the green part is the ovary of the flower. I think we got all the way over here. If you open up the ovary with your fingernail, if you have fingernails, inside the ovary we can see little tiny barely forming seeds. They're called the ovules of the plant. This is what will make the seeds so that new plants can grow and we can have new alstroemeria. You want to look at this underneath the microscope today too.